Just 3 short weeks ago, the former SEC chairman Jay Clayton, which filed the lawsuit against Ripple and deemed XRP security, decided to flip on the current SEC and not only just support Ripple, but actually defended against the current SEC chairman Gary Gensler. On top of that, Ripple's chief legal officer actually showed his appreciation to the statement made by the former SEC chairman, which actually sued him by stating that not all SEC officials are the same as each other, and that in some aspects, the SEC officials may not actually agree with what the current chairman has to say. Now, the statements made are substantial because they're coming from the CLO of Ripple, Stuart Alderty, with over 35 years of legal experience, and he has a massive expertise in the regulatory affairs and complex litigation market. But most importantly, he has been within Ripple and has been on the front line of the Ripple SEC lawsuit from the time that it first began, which was when the former SEC chairman, which is now supporting Ripple, had actually sued Ripple, the company, and deemed XRP security. Now, I want to take a quick second to just ask you guys to please simply tap the like button, subscribe to the channel with your post notifications on, and share this video to your friends and family, as it takes a really long time to go ahead and analyze all the data, do the research for you, and then showcase it to you guys in a very simple way and explain it to you guys in a way that you guys are able to understand it. So if you guys could just simply smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment down below with your opinion, it'd be greatly appreciated. That being said, let's move right into the video. Before we jump into the present day and talk about exactly the statements that were made today, we must understand why the former SEC official chairman has went ahead and actually sided with Ripple, because it's quite weird that you see somebody that actually decided to file the lawsuit against a blockchain company and deem their cryptocurrency a security go out of the way after he's done his service and start, siding with Ripple and saying that, I made a mistake, I sued it by accident, I should have not sued it, and I don't recommend the current chairman to proceed on with this lawsuit. But I want to make it clear that a lot of this is happening because the Federal Reserve is pressuring Gary Gensler and the former SEC chairman to back off of Ripple, the company. We can clearly see, and I uncovered this in the previous video, that the Federal Reserve is looking to actually partner with Ripple and has deemed XRP, the cryptocurrency that the Ripple net system uses, the FEDS blockchain. And it has been made clear that Ripple and the Federal Reserve have been having multiple meetings and have a very close relationship, to which they first began in the 8 years that have passed back in 2015. In fact, at the time, the vice president and researcher director David Afetel stated that there were 2 cryptocurrencies that were being looked at by the Federal Reserve and compared them to each other, the first one being Bitcoin and the second one being Ripple. And it's quite funny how right now the current SEC has given clear clarity and has stated that Bitcoin is not a security, and the Federal Reserve has made it clear that Bitcoin and XRP were comparable back in 2015. So even if the SEC were to try and say right now that XRP is a security, well, if somebody were to come out and, a part of the Ripple team and say, look, even the vice president of the Federal Reserve back in 2015 compared Bitcoin to Ripple, it would basically devalue anything that the SEC has stated. But I wanted to show you guys this article to show you guys that the government of the United States of America, and more specifically the federal government, has had a very close relationship with Ripple for the past 8 years. And just today, multiple articles released titled "The Former SEC Chairman Slams Gary Gensler for His Strategy of Suing Crypto Players Left and Right." And another article which says the former SEC Chairman Jay Clayton says Gary Gensler is overstepping his power. In both of these articles, it cites the fact that Jay Clayton clearly went against Gary Gensler, the current SEC chairman, and slammed his views that multiple cryptocurrencies are security. In fact, Clayton also criticized the focus of the Securities and Exchange Commission's aggression on pursuing legal action. Additionally, mentioning the fact that currently the SEC is suing and giving clarity based on enforcement actions, which is not allowed. To which he states, what you're hearing from leaders of the regulatory organization is if we're not losing cases, and if we're not being pushed back on by the courts, we're not doing enough. Also stating that he has understood that the fundamental shift in how Americans traditionally view the government role is very negative as of now, and expressed concerns that the SEC may bring cases they anticipate losing. Guess which case he is referring to? Well, it is quite clear, obviously the Ripple SEC lawsuit. Now, there's an entire video, and I'm going to show you guys right here. It's 55 seconds long. It is very crucial, and it's going to reveal to you guys that even the former SEC chairman, Jay Clayton, is now supporting Ripple. So let's go ahead and roll the clip.
A very high level on the regulatory side, what you're hearing from the leaders of the regulatory organizations is if we're not losing cases, if we're not being pushed back on by the courts, we're not doing enough. Think about that for a second. That is a fundamental shift in how we as Americans view the role of the government. I don't want to be in a place where I know the government is going to bring cases they think they're going to lose. Imagine you're the person who is the subject of that case. Now, we're talking about corporations.
Yeah, to see if they can, and if they're not stopped, they're going to, yeah.
Right, but this is an ethos now, which is unless we're losing, we're not bringing enough cases. That may be fine for private litigants against each other and think about it, but when you have the power of the state and you're supposed to only bring cases and only make rules that you think are going to pass judicial muster.
Funny enough, Jay Clayton clearly stated that the lawsuit that was filed against Ripple was a losing lawsuit, to which he noted that I don't want to be in a place where I know the government is going to bring cases that they think they're going to lose. And so he literally filed the SEC Ripple lawsuit and then one day after resigned as the chairman of the SEC. Funny enough, we're not even done here, but we're going to take a little break. Go ahead and get yourself some coffee as we roll the sponsor of today's video. Now, before we move further into this video, if you're trying to make yourself a ton of XRP by staking it, you have to use Dexpool, which is linked in the description. Now, I do want to say that they just sponsored this video, but they are actually one of the greatest platforms that I personally use to stake my XRP, and I've been staking with them for some time. Now, keep in mind, they give you your profits every single 8 hours and have over $386 million in total protocol liquidity, and that's increasing on a daily basis. They also have over 383 pairs and feature all of the top cryptocurrencies, including some of these smaller ones as well, so you can basically stake any cryptocurrency that you hold. And to top it off, for you guys, they're doing a 100 XRP liquidity bonus, in which you get a 10-day liquidity bonus. The offer is limited, and make sure you guys take advantage of this. Again, the link is down in the description. They have a bunch of options like top up, withdraw, and view your transactions, and it is extremely simple to do all of this, and you can actually complete it in only a few clicks. I personally have not only been able to withdraw my profits, but also my initial investment, and they allow you to unlock your liquidity at any point in time and reap the rewards still that you have gained, so you basically don't lose. That being said, make sure you guys do use the link in the description, and let's get right back into the video. Now back to the video. A US congressman named Warren Davidson says that it's finally time to fire Gary Gensler and restructure the SEC. This comes shortly after the Blockchain Association cites that legally Gary Gensler, the current SEC chairman, has to step back, citing the fact that Gensler has displayed clear bias against the crypto space and his agency has failed to do their job. All of this news brings to our attention that the US wants cryptocurrency. The US wants XRP. The Congress wants Ripple and the XRP currency. And we showed you guys why, because they're trying to use it for the FedNow system. If the Congress wants Ripple XRP, but the SEC is trying to fight back and say XRP is security, clearly the Congress is now going to be forced to put pressure onto Gary Gensler. And so that's what we're seeing here. I want to highlight the fact that this is a great thing that's happening for Ripple, because it shows us that the Ripple team is most likely going to get a very positive outcome out of the Ripple SEC lawsuit, which is overall going to positively impact the price of XRP. Currently, the crypto market's in the green, XRP pumping over 2.2%, and it looks to be pumping even more in the coming days as more positive news is revealed. That being said, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys go ahead and, like I said, subscribe, share this video, and drop a comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.